So, I know a lot about God's original, real, true design, by the way, and I'll just fucking teach you guys. Listen, the Church of Buzzsaw is what I'm thinking of calling it. It's probably gonna be a fucking thing. Anyways. So, the whole marriage thing and no divorce and until death do us part type of deal, it has a fucking real reason. Okay? And you guys aren't doing it correctly. If you actually go and get married before God, with a God as a witness, it's fucking for real, guys. As in, your soul gets magically fucking altered to view that person as your partner forever. Divorce isn't even an option. You know, you couldn't think about it, really. You could know it's an option, but you would never think about it. Truly. So if they cheated on you, you know, let's say the guy cheated on the girl would just punch him in the fucking throat and fucking abuse him and shit and make him fucking suffer for it, and then they would just be fine. He would get punished and he would learn not to do that again, and it'd be okay because they truly unconditionally love each other. Unconditional means no conditions. That means nothing you can do can take the love away. Before God makes God do his best to keep that a fucking fact. So when you just get married, it's a legal thing with the states. If you get married and you tell God to fucking do it, you're going to have a fucking weird life. Anything you do, if you really truly do it with my God, Jesus Christ's God, Yahweh the Father, it's going to be fucking weird. But that's a fucking thing. It's not that the divorce itself is bad. It's that divorce itself came from God's design getting fucked up. It's an apple type of thing. It's the type of thing you never would think about divorce in the original Garden of Eden, which was just earth, by the way. The whole entire totality of earth was the garden. You would never think about it. Why would you ever think of something like permanently leaving your partner that you want to be with forever unconditionally because you love them unconditionally? It wouldn't be a thing. It wouldn't exist. Concepts like that are what I'm talking about. They're bad ideas in that they go against God's original design, and they've been horrible for society and stuff. But like, this is where me and God take a second and we fucking think about it. It's like God's perspective here is really fucking good, but it's like you could have a third party that monitored the fucking thing. Like God. You could tell God to do this. God, if she becomes a horrible, monstrous cunt and tries to poison me and all this stuff, you know, make me think of the divorce idea. And you can tell God, don't let me even think an option unless you tell him he can. Be careful with that one. I fuck around with that one and I find the fuck out. I recklessly have fucking gods alter my soul all the time. But divorce is, yeah. You guys can clearly see how, like, in the original garden, you know, if everything was like perfect by God's original design, the idea just would have literally never occurred to you. It takes like a freak of nature like me or an outside stimulus to like think of a new thing like that. You know, you got to see the apple fall and think, fucking eureka, there's gravity. You understand? Hey, like, so yeah, no, like marriage is supposed to be like sacred. Like, that doesn't mean a damn thing about you having girlfriends or other wives or fucking, like, whatever the fuck. Like, not at all. You're supposed to be able to do that thing. You're encouraged to do that thing. When you have a wife and a partner, one of you has to, like, submit a little bit. It's got to be 51 to 49. And it could be the other direction, but, you know, like, for me, it would be the one way. I would want a wife that would be bisexual or a lesbian that only cares about me. Okay, so she would want to be involved in like a love life that I could have with her, with other women. I've had this in the past in various forms with other relationships I've had. It's just called an open relationship, but in the marriage sense it's more important because the totality of your love, the maximum amount of love you have to give, goes to your wife, and then all the other bitches gotta fight for the scraps basically, and mommy the fucking wife will put them in their fucking place. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can imagine how that should look and could go. And you all overcomplicate it and make it seem like a negative fucking thing. Because you're judgmental, you're retarded, you don't believe in God, and you're almost all certainly going to hell if there's ever an apocalypse based on what I've seen. So, good day.